แบบใครเข้ามาแล้วบ้าง slideshow 1 2 3 4 all right all right all right เป็นไงบ้างนะครับsay hi ได้นะฮะ hi how are you เดี๋ยวเราเป็นเพื่อนจอยก่อนนะครับ
โอเคค่ะ
all right I hope you guys zoom in, right? Let's say like coming into the Zoom already, it's time for all of you to check the attendance, right? So everyone just have a look to the line group, line, right? And then we can, um, เดี๋ยวนะอะไรกรุ๊ปก่อนเซกไหนของเราเช้าใช่ปะ303เนาะ All right it's time for you to check ATD for today class all right all right all right Once you zoom in, right, it's time for all of you to check your attendance, right? Just write your name and ID student for 3 digits, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Again, right? So for this course, it's all about like ECP, right? English for career preparation, mainly teaching on the TOEIC preparation, as well as we have to improve our productive skill, which is speaking. And at the same time, you have to understand some kind of like reading comprehension. So for second half of the midterm, I do understand that all of us have to practice for more on reading comprehension, right? But a lot of interactive activities such as like speaking or even doing exercise together has to be provided in this class too. So all of you have to engage in this kind of learning experience too, just because we decided to study online, right? And again, right, for final exam, I would say that it should be scheduled on I'm not quite sure, but maybe the first week of December, basically, right? So to those of you who just want to, submit me a TOEIC score, right? You can be able to submit before the deadline, right? So the deadline would be like the end of November, last week of November. That's it. Okay. Hope you guys ready, right? If you're ready, just type 1 for me, please. กด1นิดนึงครับแป๊บนึงนะ1 2 3 all right if you're done for ATD attendance check and if you're ready to go, ready to learn, ready to study, just type 1 1 1. That's it. I do understand that there is no presentation for this week. Am I correct? Yes or no? Yes. If you have any group presentation, just raise your hand for me, and then I just let you share the screen and we can do a presentation here. But if not, we can skip it then. It's okay? Maybe not. Good. All right, so this is the first activity. The first activity for all of us to say something here. Again, right? Just because we have to understand that speaking is kind of like we have to exposure or experience lots of practices, right? And someone say that practice make perfect. But to me, I can say that practice make you become progress. I can say, so for speaking skills, it's kind of like we don't have a chance much to say so. Even you just enroll for public speaking or even speech delivery. I can say that for English for career preparation, I try to decide to integrate for full skill of English, meaning that you are asked to do this kind of, okay, someone's raise your hand for me. So meaning that you want to do something here, right? Present หรือเปล่าไม่แน่ใจ
อาจารย์คะ
yeah
คือกลุ่มหนูทำเรื่องที่เป็น EF course อะค่ะ แต่ว่ายังไม่ได้พรีเซนต์เลย
หนูจะพรีเซนต์วีคนี้หรือว่ายังไงเอ่ย
พี่เซนวิกนี้ก็ได้ค่ะเพราะว่า
ได้
ของ
ได้ได้
เป็นกลุ่ม
alright
7ต่อจากใช่ค่ะ
โอเคงั้นเดี๋ยวแชร์สกรีนโอเค alright so let's แป๊บหนึ่งง่ายๆokay alright so we have to stay tuned together right for English presentation so one of your friends just raised your hand here and I have to give a floor for all of us to listen for your classmate on presentation on grammar part here right so I have to stop my screen here and if you're ready just share the screen here yep uh-huh okay if you're ready just go ahead yeah
โอเค Good morning everyone today we are going to present about if clause let's see the next one for the introduction what is an if clause is a sentence with the speaker assume that if one situation happens, there also will be a result happens and use a comma after the if clause when the if clause precedes the main clause. And there are three types of if clause. The type 1, an event that is reasonable or an event that is expected to actually happen. Type 2, an event that is not true and in the present time and will not happen in the future. And the type 3, the last one, events that express condition in the past and cannot be fulfilled in the present. Next.
Next is type 0. For the structure is if plus present simple and comma present simple, or if plus subject verb 1 and subject verb 1. For the zero condition is used to express general habit, permanent trust or fact, or used to give instruction using the imperative in the main clause. For the example, if it rains, the grass get wet, or if you mix red and blue, you get purple, or ask please if you're not sure what to do.
For type 1, the structure is if plus present simple, comma, future simple, or if plus subject plus verb 1, comma, subject plus will plus verb infinitive. What this first conditional is used to express in the situation in which the outcome is likely but not guaranteed to happen in the future. Like, for example, if you don't hurry, you will miss the train. If I study, I will pass the exam. And if you rest, you will feel better.
Next is type 2. Structure is if subject plus verb 2, comma, subject plus would plus verb infinitive, or subject plus would plus verb infinitive if subject plus verb 2. Used when the sentence is a hypothetical event or cannot be turned in the present or future. Example is if I were you, I would take a day off work to rest, and Luna would be leisure if she chose a different type of job.
Oh, sorry. Type T. Structure is if book past perfect and comma subject plus would could might plus have plus past participle or would have plus past participle and if plus past perfect. And type T used to express the third conditional refer to something unrealistic in the past and to express regret describing thing we are sorry happened or didn't happen. For example, if he had studied harder, he would have passed the exam. Or if my alarm had gone off, I wouldn't have been late to work. Or the last one, I wouldn't have missed the meeting if you told me about it.
And in addition, there is missing the type 2 and type 3. The first one is describe about the present conditions of a past situations. The structure is if past simple would have past particle. For the example, if we're adventurous, I would have gone backpacking after university, or I would have a better job if I had worked harder at school. The next is describe about the past conditions of the present situation. The structure is if past perfect would past verb. For the example, if we hadn't missed the flight, we'd be in our hotel by now. Or if I had learned to ski, I may be on the slopes right now. Yes, next. This is our member. Okay, this is our presentation. So thank you for your listening.
All right. Thank you for a good presentation for today class. And just make sure again, right? You sent me a PDF file into the line group, all right? Just remind you again that you have to submit me PDF file. Just send it into the line group just because I can grade as for a presentation, right? Okay, great. Thank you so much. All of us understand, right? This kind of really important aspect for a grammar part, just because it's about conditional sentence. So I would say that it can be found into the exam, especially for the TOEIC grammar test or structure sentences, right? And also the way that you have to see the the core content of that grammar part into the reading section too. But all in all, I need to say that all of you done for the midterm exam already, right? So some of us that attend into the midterm exam here. Yep. All right. Thank you so much for your presentation. Okay. So shall we move to the next activity for today class? I'm going to say that this is speaking flow for all of us, right? Again, right? Just see only two aspects, two items or two alternative answer here. The first question is that what do you think about acknowledging, right? A small win can boost someone confidence. Okay, so here I'm going to say that you have to accept small achievement or small success. For example, like if you did a very good grade on your midterm exam, let's say, and then you can boost your own confidence, and you may have a chance to do better for final exam, coming final exam here, right? Things like that. Or even you can share some kind of experiences from your own perspective, right? I mean, for example, like if you can help other people, or you say that, oh, it's good for him, for her, for those people like that, and then you can be sharing this kind of thing. It might boost your confidence too. So anyway, just try to talk that is related to your own win or achievement from past time or the previous time, right? Okay, good. Second, what do you think about Rome was not built in a day, let alone a year? So for this question, it is implied to understand that for some kind of success, it doesn't mean that it can be built in such a single day or a temporary, I can say. So it means that it might last permanent, or it has been taken a time for years and years, things like that. So what I want to say here is that how do you think about Rome was not built in that day, and any experience or personal experiences that you trying hard or attempt to achieve something here, and then it takes time. So what have you learned from that, and any kind of like things that you want to share to your classmate here, right? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying here. Is that right? If yes, you can type A นะฮะใคร get แล้วพิมพ์ A นิดนึง and after that I think I should let you prepare a bit, just because again, right, you just choose only one out of two. If you prefer A, choose A. If you prefer B, choose B, right? But I think that for B it might be common, and I guess that a lot of some of you may choose B-boy here, right? Again, just let you prepare a bit for 5 minutes, and if you're ready, I would say that you can turn on the microphone and just sharing the idea to your classmate here. 5 นาทีนะครับ All right, I hope some of you may ready, right? Again, just choose only one of two and then share the idea to your classmate here.
Hello.
Yep.
Sheet A.
Yeah.
So about the acknowledging a small win can boost someone's confidence. Well, I think like it means like sometimes like achieving something small. Achieving something small can help you like grow later on. Like you start from the small thing and then you it goes bigger later on.
I see. Great, right? So you just mentioned that it is possible for us to win such a small thing, and then we have to appreciate, acknowledge, or say something gratitude in order to make sure that it can boost our confidence later, right? So it's just it is starting point that we have to improve ourselves later on. Am I correct? Things like that, right? So if you, yeah, great, perfect. You can type perfect into the line group here. Next, please.
Can I?
Yep.
I choose A. Like me, in every day, I say my goal is just a small goal or small thing that I want to do. And when I complete it, I always say to myself like, hey, you done it, good job. And that made me have more self-esteem and self-confidence. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much for your sharing. So one of your friends just mentioned that if we say something positive to ourselves, we can improve our psychological, right, attitude, or even how can I say? I mean, it is possible for us to maintain our self-positive image, right? And this is very important to acknowledge that you can boost your confidence later. So it's great to do so. Thank you so much. Type perfect. Perfect. Done. Next, please.
Can I?
Yep.
I should be. I agree with this. Sometimes to achieve goals, you need to take time and spend a lot of patience. Like if you want to get at English, you need to practice and take time with it.
Right. So one of your friends just mentioned that everything needs to have patience or sacrifices. Once we have to do something, right? Or we just decided to do something here, we have to see that it might not be happen just only a single time, but it happened maybe several times or trying hard again and again. So if you remain patient on your road, it might go further, and it seems to you that it might become successful. Is that right? Perfect. Come on, learn. Done. Next, please.
Can I?
Yep.
I choose B. I agree with this too. And like when we work hard continuously for a long period of time, like to reach the point of success, it's often not like necessary to continuous consistent effort instead of expecting immediate results.
I see. Thank you so much for your sharing here. Yeah. So one of your friends just said that it's about we have to acknowledge something, right? And then we can see that it happens maybe some difficulties or even some kind of like it's hard to push it into the right direction. But all in all, we have to stay calm and be conscious, and then it might turn to be success or even the destination later on, right? Just type perfect for me, please. Be perfect, Lehat. Next, please. Yeah.
And
Right.
I choose A. I agree with accepting small success, at least the one we create. Whether the goal is small or big, we can achieve it. It gives us confidence and being able to say that I can achieve the goal I set.
I see. Great. Thank you so much for your sharing here. So one of your friends just said that in order to make sure that we can achieve something, let imagine that we have a big goal for something here. So we need to accomplish step by step, right? Small thing to the better thing, or, try to see the ladder of achievement here in order to reach such an expected goal. So here is that we have to appreciate every step we take, and then we can see that it happens in reality, right? Perfect. Come on, okay, perfect. Next, please. It's okay. All right. I hope you guys, right? Anyone in the chat, just turn on the microphone, and then you can put perfect right here into the live group, right? As you can attend for the class and do such an interactive activity for all together, right? เดี๋ยวก่อนนะแป๊บหนึ่งนะครับไม่มีละเนี่ยจะ I hope you guys appreciate, and we can go further for next step, right, of study. Is that right? If you agree, just type 10พิมพ์ 10 เข้ามาครับเดี๋ยวเราการเปลี่ยนสไลด์ละเดี๋ยวใครมานั่งทำ listening นะ okay. I'm going to so just because for second half after midterm exam, I do understand that all of you have to prepare for reading section, right? And I just let you practice your reading comprehension. Let me check first. Let me see first. Okay. So basically, we're gonna have like this kind of thing, right? Okay. See, เยอะเหมือนกันนะเนี่ยแป๊บหนึ่งประมาณ5 คิวนะฮะ all right, I'm going to let you see in each paragraph here, right? So you can see from your handout, or you can see from the screen here. What I want from you is that you can type the main idea. It's okay. You can type the main idea in it, maybe just only single word or a sentence, right? Word or sentence is possible here, but I just want to make sure that you stay consistent with this kind of thing, right? We're gonna have 5 article, right, in order to make sure that you can get main idea in each paragraph, right? Okay, so I'm going to timing only for 2 minutes in each paragraph. If you got the answer, just quickly type into the Zoom. It's okay. All right, so shall we go ลองเริ่มที่ตัวนี้ก่อนเลยครับพิมพ์ main idea เข้ามานะวันนี้เราจะทำ reading เยอะนิดนึง So for this one is that may I have your attention, please? Flight 43 for Herrera's, right? Scheduled for departure at 5 o'clock has been delayed. It is now scheduled to depart 2 hours later than the originally scheduled time. In the meantime, all ticketed passengers for Flight 44 to Lancaster are invited to enjoy a complimentary meal at the Skyview restaurant. To receive your meal ticket, please show your boarding pass to the gate agent. Any passengers wishing to be rebooked on a different flight are asked to approach to the ticket office on the side of the main lounge. You will be asked to pick up your suitcases from the baggage claim area and recheck them when receiving your new boarding pass. What is the main idea here? The flight has been delayed and the context is announced for the mate passenger, right? So the keyword here is that this is the announcement at the airport, is that right? And the details that you need to focus on what, when, and how or why for 4 question type. I'm going to let you just answer for what, when, how, and why, right? And then we can practice our understanding. So there is no right or wrong. I do understand that you may type based on your own understanding, but we can practice just because I do understand that for reading test, you don't have time to think much, meaning that if you practice at the same time, you can go better, I would say. So everyone can type, or if you don't want to type, you can, type just only word or one word. Is that possible too, right? Moving to second section here. Yeah, great. ไปคิวสองแล้วนะ alright ใจเย็นๆครับทุกคนมาฮะ timing 2 นาที for 2 minutes for all of you. Great. Huh? Yeah, for second article, right? I'm going to read for all of you. Reading out loud, right? Mayflower and Company, the area's newest and largest department store, will be celebrating its grand opening next Saturday. Don't miss the once-in-a-lifetime event. Free food and entertainment for the whole family will be provided. Take advantage of deep discounts on items in all store department, home furnishing, office supplies, garden supplies, clothing, and more. Discount will be in effect for 1 day only. This event will be held rain or shine from 8 in the morning until 8 in the evening. Free parking will be available all day. So come on down. Mayflower and Company is just 10 minutes from downtown across the road from the city. So what is the main idea here? Again, right? Just mention what, when, how, and why. That's it. And you can get the idea from each main idea here. If you're ready, you can type it. someone wrote something here. Mayflower and Company is having its grand opening next Saturday, offering free food, entertainment, and deep discount on various items across all departments and one day only. Free parking available, and the event will be run from 8 in the morning until 8. Great, thank you so much for your sharing here. Good. Again, right, just because it is very important to make sure that all of you stay together. I mean, understand what I'm saying here, and we can practice further, right? Once we finish, we can go for break, right? Okay, next, please. Moving to Article C. I'm going to let you read for 2 minutes, and then if you can type the answer, just write it. All right, for this one, right? Road conditions are dangerous out there. Folks, to stay home and don't drive anywhere unless absolutely necessary. This morning's snowfall has already led to 7 car accidents near the train station. Schools are closed and many businesses are as well. Snow is expected to continue falling throughout the afternoon and evening, and the temperatures will remain chilly. The skies should start clearing towards morning, and tomorrow should be sunny and a good bit warmer. So let's say like is this forecast, is that right? Things like that. Okay, so let's moving on to next one. This one is very long for all of you. Okay, but I hope you guys understand, right? Okay, so let's have a look for this one, right, and see what is the main idea. For this, right, the City Center Theater announced that Smith Brothers circus is coming to town next month. The circus will be performing at the theater, right, during the first week of August, with 2 shows daily at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. Tickets are just $15 each and are available by calling 888 946 8434. Smith Brothers Circus will also be giving away a limited number of free tickets. To request your free tickets, simply send a postcard to the Smith Brothers in care of the theater. Include your name and address and brief statement explaining why you love the circus. You could be one of the 20 lucky winners. What is the main idea here? Theater, right? Theater announcement. Okay, great. And the last one is this one. Okay, timing for yourself, 2 minutes, and then write your answer here. So for this one, right, the Riverside Park Elementary School was destroyed by fire last night. The fire was first reported by Ed Rogers, owner of the Corner Bookstore, located on the same block. As Mrs. Rogers was leaving to store at around 9 o'clock, she noticed smoke rising out of the school's building and immediately notified authorities. Firefighters arrived on the scene within a minute and worked for 5 hours to put out the blast. Fortunately, there were no injuries. All the school children and school staff had left the building several hours before the fire was noticed. The cause of the fire is under investigation. What is that actually? I would say this is about like news report, right? Of let's say fire. Yep, great. Thank you so much for your sharing here. I hope you guys understand, right? What I'm saying here. Is that clear? Clear ไหมเอ่ยเราต้องฝึกหาเมนไอเดียนะถ้าเคลียร์พิมพ์เคลียร์เลย clear นะก็คือใครที่ไม่ทันนะso to those of you who cannot catch up with this kind of practice finding the main idea here I would say that you can take home you can do as a homework but I do understand that it is very very important for all of you to get the main idea from the reading text. This is not really hard just because I just let you see from the simple form, right? And then if we can practice for more, we can see that the reading comprehension might be longer and more complicated in terms of context here. And this one is that tip and strategy, right? So what you need to do together is that you can checklist. I'm going to let you checklist for yourself, right? For reading, right? For example, like skimming. You can type, for example, like you can type your skill. For example, like, I'm going to say that the first one is that do you think are you good at skimming technique, right? What you need to say is that skimming is kind of like you can see the main idea from the first paragraph or the last paragraph in each sentence, in each paragraph, right? First sentence and the last sentence here. Scanning meaning that you can scroll down the whole text and then see what it's about. Okay, prediction. Basically, it's happened to you that you can see the logical. Cause and effect, and then if you got a cause, right, you can see and predict what will happen next, things like that. Previous knowledge, for example, if you are major in psychology, you can let's say you can have some background psychology or even an economic business, things like that. Fast reader, you can time in just only 1 minute and you can finish reading or not. 1 minute, right, is it is considered as a fast reader. Repeated reader, is that possible to repeat again and again, or you just catch up the main idea here, right? And all in all, is that reading skill, how to find the main idea, how to find topic sentences, right? Inferences or implication here, right? Just write what you are good at นะฮะเดี๋ยวเราพิมพ์เข้ามาเลยนะเดี๋ยวให้ดู checklist Okay, okay. I hope you guys can check the tip and reading strategy, right? I would say, wait a second. Just because for today's class, we have to deal with lots of reading text here. And I would say, แป๊บหนึ่งนะให้เดี๋ยวขอดูกัน1 2โอ้ยเยอะเลยนะครับเดี๋ยวเราทำคิวแรกก่อนแล้วกันนะ Okay, before we go for break, right? Again, right? Just because this is for reading section in the TOEIC test, I'm going to give you maybe 2 or 3 minutes to finish this kind of thing, right? You have to read this slide and the second one. What is the reason for this notice? Who will be affected by changes? When will the additional studio be ready? And then how can a student register, right? I'm going to let you do finish for 4 questions in 5 minutes, okay? In 5 minutes. And once we finish, I'm going to ask, or you can type your answer into the chat box, or if you prefer to speak, you just turn on the microphone here. And I would say that, you can do both verbally or writtenly, right? Okay, great. So timing for you now, 5 minutes set here. All right. I hope you guys got the answer already, right? Here for the fitness yoga, right? Again, right? Just because this is for reading comprehension. So what you need to have the skills that the first one is that reading comprehension, and second you have to improve your skill of reading, meaning that you have to improve your reading skills, reading a fast reader, right? A fast reader or this kind of thing. Yeah, someone said here, great, thank you so much. So the increasing overcrowding of the yoga classes and the need for additional studio spaces. That's correct. This is the reason why, right? Let's say when we look at the reason why of the notices, because it is happening to the cause of a lot a number of people overcrowding attending to the studio, right? Second one is that who will be affected. So we have to focus on who here, right? A member who attend to yoga classes at the fitness center or facility provided here. And the last one is sorry. And next one is that when will additional studios, right? What we need to see is that we have to understand the text given first and then try to see the relevant information from time to time. And the last one is that how can a student register here? Is that the process or ongoing, what to do next, 1, 2, 3, 4, step by step, or not things like that. I would say that the reason that I just give you practice this kind of idea just because it happened to the real exam, especially for part 7 reading comprehension here. And if you can practice your reading test like this, I would say that it might be effective for you, right? Great. Thank you so much for your sharing the idea here. I hope you guys understand, right? And then you can practice all of this again, right? To wrap up for the idea of reading comprehension here is that you have to use skimming and scanning for the heading of the passage, right? And the second was that try to question on yourself what, when, where, why, and how, and see the first sentences as a main idea or the last sentences that is summarize the idea, things like that. Okay, so I hope you guys understand, right? Okay, good. นะ แป๊บหนึ่งนะครับเดี๋ยวเข้าไปเบรกรายการเดี๋ยวเราไปทำ listening ดีกว่า I think it's time for all of you to to go for break, and I'm going to send you a link for listening test, and what you need to practice is that practice for part 4. Is that okay? โอเคพี่โอเคเดี๋ยวไปเบรกนะ10 นาที10 นาทีก็ได้จะได้เลิกเร็วขึ้น All right, I hope you guys ready, right? How many of you ใครที่อยู่นะครับเรากด1เข้ามานิดนึง All right, so for the second half, I hope you guys we can finish a class early and you can do practice at home too. I would say that but for reading comprehension, I think is a flaw for us to practice together, right? I'm going to let you read for maybe 5 minutes, right? And then you can practice for the 3 questions here. The first one is that what is the purpose of the memorandum in the business, right? Newsletter here. Second, when will it come into effect? Okay. So you have to specify the date of that mentioned in the memo, right? In the memo. And the last one is that who will benefit from the program. Okay. Once you finish, you can type the answer here, right? We can start for the first one first. This is the email. Internal email, internal communication in the office here. เดี๋ยวให้เวลานะครับ5 นาทีใครตอบได้แล้วเนี่ยก็พิมพ์เข้ามาเลยนะreading จะเป็นทรงนี้นะเพราะฉะนั้นมันต้องใช้แบบthinking skill เยอะนิดหนึ่งนะครับแต่ว่าคิดว่าไม่น่ามีปัญหา All right. So for this one, right? So you can see like you can use the tip and strategy for reading skill first. The first one is that we have to see from the heading of the paragraph first to all employees, right? And then it's about flexi time benefit from manager of HR or human resources here. Okay, good. So I am pleased to announce that our CEO, Mr. Johnson, right, earlier today approved effective immediately an employee flexi time benefit. So the core title, the title of the passage is that flexi time benefit. Is that right? Okay, this has come about as a result of intense negotiation over the past few months between the executive committee and representative from the human resources department. So they have been dealing with this kind of conversation from the human resource department and some potential executive committee here. And flexi time is a major new benefit adding to an already generous benefit package. Employees are requested or required to visit the company's website and click on flexi time. There you can read and complete program. So this is the action, right? The process of doing so. And once you have read the details of the package, contact your supervisor. So what you need to do is that you have to directly contact your head of the program or the management position here to discuss and implement your personal flexi time option. Over 98% of employees will be able to take advantage of the program. That's it. Okay. So basically, it's all about like the announcement, right, on flexi time benefit, and it gives you the detail on how could you do 1, 2, 3, 4 things like that. Okay. What is the purpose of the memo? And when will it come into effect and benefit of the program? I have to say that the purpose is that to notice I'm sorry, to notice, right? Flexi time. This one. And when will it come into effect? So you have to see, right? I'm sorry for that. So the effect is that today, right? Just because we've been negotiation for 2 months or for 2 weeks, so the effect of the flexi time benefit would be today. And the last question is that benefit from the program. So you can see that the detailed information here, right? I would say it's about let's say, how was it? I think it's all about like all employees have having something here, right? So this is the key information that all of you have to practice. Okay, for reading comprehension. Once you understood this kind of main idea or the detailed information in that passage, so I would say that it is possible for all of you to scan, and then got the impressive result here. Great. โอเคไหมฮะโอเคพิมพ์โอเคต้องได้นะครับ reading จะ detail นิดนึงแต่ว่าคิดว่าน่าจะไม่น่ามีปัญหา1 2 3โอเคทำต่อนะฮะเดี๋ยวเพราะต้องฝึกเยอะนิดนึง supervisor alright เดี๋ยวเขาได้ก่อนนะ1 2อันนี้ก็เหมือนกัน okay you can read this one first and then you can answer แต่ว่ามันมีคำตอบแล้วนี่นะข้าม skip ไม่เอา Like video. Okay. All right. So sorry for that. I think you can have time and read this one first. And I just want from you that you can see the main idea first, and you can type the main idea here. ลองดูหน้านี้นะครับเดี๋ยวเราหา main idea ก่อนแล้วค่อยไปฝึกทำโจทย์นะ All right, so for this one, right, supervisor probation period. As of January 1st, all new employees will be subject to 3 months probationary period. So it's all about like probation. Basically, it's about like that, right? And then medical holiday and flexi time benefit will not apply to new staff members. So meaning that it's not eligible for new staff. So those who has been working over 3 months can be put into practice here. Is that right? And then after the 3 months have been completed, please contact your employers to inform them that their probationary period has ended. The HR department will contact you by email 2 days in advance to remind you of the date. Thank you for your cooperation. That's it. So let's see, like for the first question here, what is the main purpose? So basically you have to understand the main idea of the memo, right? Inform, put, introduce, or inform. So I would say that the tip or strategy for reading comprehension, you have to identify the main verb in each possible answer. Okay, inform or not, all employees to new expiration date, to put staff members on probation, to introduce the HR department, or even to inform supervisors to the change in policy. I would say that it is the first one, right? Inform all employees new expiration date. That's it. A or D? Oh no, it's not talk about expiration date, right? So you have to see the it's all about like probation period to manager to supervisor, right? Okay. The answer will go for D. Yep. Second, when does the change come into effect? Today, 2 days, 3 months, on January 1st. It's not mentioned 2 days in advance. And then how long the probationary period is. The correction is D. Is that right? Okay, good. Okay, so you have to read again, right? I think you should go for maybe 2 minutes. All right, so this is the advertisements, okay? So free sunglasses and case, purchase a 12-month subscription on to Vacation Donation today and receive a free pair of sunny sunglasses with your very own soft leather case. To get your free sunnies, follow these 3 easy steps. Purchase a copy of Vacation to the Nation, New York's #1 travel magazine. Fill out the application card found in the center of the magazine. Mailed the card and 21st to address provided. This is a limited time offer only. Application and fund must be received no later than December 1st of 2004. Canadian residents should add $3 US dollar here for shipping. So meaning that Canadian residents have to pay for more. Am I right? Offer not available for residents outside the North America. Right. What is the advertisement for? Summer trip travel company, special deal or free magazine? So we can see from A, B, C, D, the correct is that special deal just because it talks about, subscribe, right? Or how can I say? I mean, like something that is attractive or convincing other people to say so. So the answer would go for special deal. That's it. Okay, second, how much do sunglasses cost, right? Okay, free with subscription. Confused. The answer is A, just because it talks about that those followers or subscription here. Yeah. Subscribe. So who cannot benefit from special deal? Canadian, UK resident, North America, or US resident? Correct answer is B. UK resident, right? Great. Said. Okay, good ขออีกสักคิวหนึ่งแล้วกันนะครับเดี๋ยวก่อนนะครับอันนี้ยาวละ1 2 All right, so maybe this is the last for reading comprehension, just because reading is a little bit detailed. And I would say that if you can practice your reading skill, you can be better at fast reader. I hope that it can do well on the exam, right? ถ้าอย่างนั้น ขอคิวสุดท้ายครับ2 หน้านี้เดี๋ยวไปจบที่ vocab แล้วก็ before we go เลย All right. So for the last reading for all of you is that this one, right? Dear Mr. Justin Timberlake, right? Okay, so thank you for your email concerning the poor quality of our rubber sole bag work boots. A representative will be by your office next week to pick up undamaged boots. We apologize for any inconvenience this has caused you and your crew, along with 5 new pairs of work boots for your crews, right? We include 1 extra pair. We have enclosed a 3-year supply of Reserve Protector spray. In our detail store, these sprays are recommended to buyers who work on height floor. So I do understand that for the first paragraph, you can see that this email talks about concerning or saying apologize, right? Something happened, maybe something something mistake happened here, and then they have to see what possibility to say something mistake here, right? I'm sorry, this should have been brought to your attention at the time of your initial order received by telephone on October 12th. Please excuse our oversight, or let's say like oversight, meaning that it did not pay attention much, right? To date, we have had 2 complaints about this work boots from customer who have used the protector spray. However, should you use the spray and find out that you are still unsatisfied with the boots, please return the boot and spray for full refund. Again, right? For a second paragraph, it seems that you have to pay attention to the detail, just because you can see. However, should you choose spray, they just recommend or suggest something. Is that right? To get something here, and then, yeah, for full refund. Which company was unsatisfied? The answer we go for C, just because you can look at JT station here, right? Okay, this one too. Second, how many people are on John? 5 or 4? 4, right? Okay. 4 ไหมเอ่ยขอเช็คก่อน1 2 just 12 week. Include 1 extra pair, 5 new pair ให้ไป 5 แต่เพิ่มมา 1 เท่ากับ 4 ครับทันนะ alright. Okay. And then the last one, what is the spray used for? Protect the boots from water, protect the soles from heat, protect the floors from soil, protect the boots from rubber. B-boy, right? From heat. Next, what should John Timberlake do if he remains unsatisfied? Return just the spray. Call the president, mail another letter, request for refund. So the dot here, yeah. So it's all about reading comprehension here. I think it's detail, right? But again, wrap up for all of you. Use skimming scanning and then see the main idea from the first paragraph, first sentence of that paragraph, or even the last sentences of that paragraph. That's it. ครับผมเคลียร์ไหมอันนี้ไปทำเป็นการบ้านก็ได้ Shall we move to vocab now? Okay, so vocabulary here. I have to say that I'm going to let you do for 10 minutes, right? And then we can come up to the before we go. Potential popularity, postpone, predictable, practical, priority, principle, prevention, probability, and then the probationary. Something, right? Okay, professional, profitable, progressive, prompt to the talks, right? Prohibit, properly, purchase, priority, and then preferences. ครับผมสุดท้าย Qualification, quotation, qualify, rational, right? Reasonable, realize, receptive, recognize, recommendation, and then recruitment here เดี๋ยวให้เวลา timing 10 นาทีนะฮะก็ไป before we go นะฮะเสร็จแล้วให้พิมพ์อะไรครับ done right All right, done, right? So we have come to the last section for today class. So you can see from before we go, right? Have a bath, have a drink, have a good time, have a haircut, holiday, have a problem, have a relationship, have a rest, or have a lunch, has a sympathy. Choose one of 10, right? And then create a meaningful sentence here. And yeah, we can finish the class just only this. If you're ready, you can turn on the microphone and
Hello.
yep,
Okay, number 4.
number 4, good.
So make a sentence, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I should have a haircut soon.
All right. You should have a haircut soon. Thank you so much for your sentences here. Great. Thank you so much. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Next.
And
Yeah.
I have a good working relationship with my friend.
Great. Good. Have a relationship. Next, please.
Can I go next?
Yes.
I should have a rest after every day class.
I see. Great. Thank you so much for your sharing. Next, please.
I should the first one.
Mm-hmm.
After a long cut, I would like to take a bath.
Great. Thank you so much. Right. Next, please.
Thank you.
Next, please.
อาจารย์ครับ
ครับ
ถ้าเพื่อนยังไม่ตอบผมขอถามอะไรเกี่ยวกับสอบคราวก่อนนิดนึงได้ไหมครับ คือคราวก่อนคะแนนมันออกมา400กว่านี่คือ
ยัง
ผิดใช่ไหมครับคือผม
มันเป็นlistening ที่ยังไม่ได้ recheck แล้วก็คือตัว Google Form เนี่ยมันเป็นของปีที่แล้วและอาจารย์ยังไม่ได้แบบอัปเดตนะฮะเดี๋ยวอัปเดตปุ๊บเดี๋ยวจะมาบอกคะแนนอีกครั้งหนึ่งครับผม
ครับขอบคุณครับพอดีผมตกใจว่าทำไมมันได้น้อยจัง
โอเคครับประมาณนั้นนะ don't worry be happy
ครับขอบคุณครับ
All right, I hope you guys done for today's class and see you next week. Bye bye. ขอบคุณครับ